Hi, welcome to What's on TV's Unmissable Soaps Roundup. What's going on with Max and Roxy? She should know better than to dally with Jack's brother, but she can't seem to help herself. The brothers get into a game of poker with Michael, Alfie and Roxy, and Max calls her out for playing games. Then their eyes meet and steam rises. Later she sends Max a text, and when he doesn't respond, she turns up at the car lot. But he heads to the Vic with Tanya, then secretly calls a thrilled Roxy. Really? Can't you do any better than this? Max, meanwhile, is jealous when Tanya spends time with Jack, then admits he's frustrated she can't offer him intimacy. Michael's also got women troubles, and Janine announces that whatever sex the baby is, it'll be a butcher. Oh, and she's decided on a name too. When she acts up in maternity class and reveals she's hired Whitney as a live-in nanny, Michael spits the dummy and tells her she's on her own. But later she gets called to a business meeting at the Gherkin. It's Michael, of course, who's booked the entire restaurant and proposes. The mysterious Al in Mandy's life is revealed when Lucy thinks it's her lover she's invited to Walford. It's not, it's her mum Lorraine, and she's a handful. Next, it's Corrie. Sally's about to find out that Frank Foster's a psychopath when he catches her in the act of checking his laptop after he's been cagey. She soon finds out when Frank admits he's planning to outsource the work abroad, meaning the girls will be out on their ears. Then Carla meets a business contact, Jenny, who offers her a deal, but only if she's no longer working with Frank. It's Anne who does the maths and realises Frank's involved with Jenny, and she tries to warn Sally, who soon finds them locked together. Sally threatens to expose him, and he slips up when he warns her darkly that the last woman who crossed him lived to regret it. She knows exactly who he means. Leanne returns to pick up a few things, but Simon pleads with her to stay and lies that Carla gets drunk and hits him. It's enough to drive Carla to the bottle, and when Simon refuses to come home from Leanne's, attempted Peter caves in and falls off the wagon. Audrey's moved when she hears Lewis has admitted his shame in court. He's sentenced to 120 hours community service, and after Audrey and Gail row in the bistro, he steps in to calm the situation. All of a sudden, Lewis is Mr. Wonderful, and an impressed Nick offers him a job. Finally, we're in Emmerdale. Debbie's determined to make things right with Cameron and books dinner and a room at the B&B. Surprisingly, he's not impressed. He's unhappy about Debbie continuing to communicate with Andy, and after snapping at Marlon, he confides in Chaz that it's over with Debbie. He tells her he can't bring himself to break up with her, but when a patronised Debbie hears what he said, she dumps him. Big-hearted Chaz has a glint in her eye and tells Cameron he can stay at hers until he's sorted himself out. He's brave. The Bartons are left right in it when Moira learns John cashed in his endowment policy and Declan refuses to buy the farm. Adam's determined, but he's clearly struggling. Amy and Pollard head to the airport to meet the returning Val, but she's not on the flight. Worse, she calls Diane to say she's never coming home. Meanwhile, Paddy ruins Rona's surprise proposal by getting drunk when she's delayed. He decides to make it up to her by proposing, which is all very nice, but she says no.